Alright, lads, so it's very weird to be getting resurrection news at this specific time, because if you don't know, it's currently 7 p.m. in the UK, which is essentially 12 hours after reset. I'm not sure if this information was just added, or if it was added this morning, but no one actually data mined it. But we do finally have some resurrection news to talk about, and that is the banner that we were expecting, the TLA version for Soi Fon, Shinji, and Ryuken. Two very good characters, that being Soi Fon and Shinji. Ryuken is more so a link, but he can be pretty good if he does pick up Flurry. Even having said that, he probably still won't be ideal, and I don't think many people would still use him. But, you know, Shinji and Soi Fon have potential here, because Shinji, if he picks up good skills, he might be one of the more better, you know, main characters in the game. And Soi Fon is someone that people still use to this day. Personally, me and my guild still use her for IT and stuff like that. And if she picks up Havoc, oh, she's going to be a very good character. Before we do talk about these three characters, though, let's quickly address the elephant in the room. 1,000-year Blood War characters were technically the next banner that was supposed to get resurrected, technically, because these characters did come out after them. But do keep in mind that was expected that they would skip those characters. They won't get their resurrection until the time is right, and the time is not right. Expect those resurrections to happen when we start getting new manga banners, potentially sometime later next year or closer to the anime release. Speaking of the anime release, we are getting some potential news later this month, actually, for Jump Festa, which if it is big news, I will cover it. If there's a trailer or key visual, I will have my reaction to it, and I will make a video on it. But for the most part, just make sure you're subscribed to James. He will definitely cover it, even if the news is small. So that said, let's talk about the three new characters, starting off with Ryuken, who is the least exciting one of the three, in my opinion. So let's see what this character needs, and then let's see what he actually does pick up. So firstly, he is a DR minus 20% soul trait. What we can hope here, lads, is he does pick up no-attack damage. I think that's the best case here, because personally for me, if you are a no-attack damage soul trait, I would love for you to pick up some other type of soul traits, maybe like Recharge, maybe Last Ditch. Those are good. DR and anything else other than that, in my opinion, is kind of bad. DR and Recharge is not really needed. DR and like a status element isn't really needed, in my opinion. There's very rarely any situations where you're going to use DR plus another soul trait. So I think in this case, the only good thing he can pick up here is 60% no attack damage. That's what we're hoping for when it does come to his link. As for the skills he does have, let's see what we already got. So 30% Berserker, that might stay the same, it might go up, I'm not too sure. Bruiser plus 50%, can definitely see that go up to 60. Would obviously love for that to get removed for Flurry, but he is a premium character. He might pick it up, he might not. There's no really set pattern just yet for Caleb's resurrections, so it's unsure if he is going to pick up Flurry. Devastation 40, it should stay the same. Long Reach should stay the same. Sprint to +1 should stay the same, and Weaken Attack. So he has the opportunity here to maybe get some upgrades and a potential new skill. What would that new skill be? I'm not too sure. I would hope for him to pick up Flurry, of course. Obviously, best case scenario is if he does pick up Guard Break, but that will never happen because Caleb have yet to give a character Guard Break. So I think we're maybe a bit too, maybe we're like a few years early before characters are getting Guard Break on their resurrection. And in addition to that, as for his strong attacks, his SA2 will become a ranged attack, so we can actually break guard easier. So at the very least, if he does pick up Flurry, he will have an easy time breaking enemies guard because this will now class as a range attack. So let's see exactly what he did pick up. So looking at his soul tree, he did get 16% normal attack damage. That's what you love to see. He's definitely a very good link now, because again, as I mentioned, if he picked up anything other than NAD, that I think would have been very, very bad and kind of useless. And in this case, he is actually a 20 DR, so he's an enhanced DR link. So getting that 16 NAD at the same time getting the full 20 DR is actually pretty good, and I can see usage for that for many characters like, you know, Masaki, Tokinada. Is there any other good hard characters out there that are NAD based? I'm not too sure, but those are pretty much like the main two in my opinion. So that's a pretty good resurrection overall. I mean, as far as the character goes, it's pretty bad actually, but as far as the, you know, soul trait goes, which is the main part about this character in my opinion, it's pretty good, because even, you know, back when he released, even though he was better back then than he is now with his resurrection, even back then, he was pretty much a link for Retsu, so kind of a funny situation, right? So he still remained a link, which I think is, yeah, it's basically what he was born to do. Next up, we have Shinji. So let's see what Shinji has to offer. So, for starters, he is a 25% strong attack damage soul trait. 25% sad, so that means again, he has to pick up Recharge. He has to pick up Recharge. Listen, I'm all for like random soul traits and stuff like that, but in this case, this character has been hyped up. He's been one of the better characters, like even to this day, is still very much usable. Of course, we're getting like significantly power creep, especially in the last few months, but if he gets a good resurrection, he's actually still usable for a lot of Shinji fans out there. And you just received a new Shinji, which is kind of funny, right? So Shinji here, 25% sad, he needs to pick up Recharge in my opinion. That would actually be a pretty good soul trait combination. I know we already have a lot of, recharge inside combos for the mind attribute, but most of those are recharge picking up strong attack damage soul traits. So it's nice to potentially get strong attack soul traits picking up recharge, and that would actually be pretty good in my opinion. If he picks up recharge, he's going to be a very good link, and it will also make him significantly better, because then he's going to have the recharge built in. As for his skills, he has a 20% bruiser, 40% devastation, frenzy +1, havoc +20%, long reach +20%, and sprinter +1. So what he does have here is a slot for an extra skill. What can he pick up? Well, again, I would have hoped he picked up havoc, but apparently he already has havoc, so he doesn't actually need it. So I think the most obvious choice here is for him to pick up 20% berserker. And if he does do that, if he gets the 20% berserker and the 10% recharge, he is actually going to be pretty good for a character that came out like 3 years ago, because at that point he's going to have a 45% berserker and also 10% recharge. He can be a good character, and if you have him duped out, that's going to be pretty good. And does he have anything for his soul trait for arena? He does not. So yeah, he has the option here, lads, to pick up some berserkers. So let's see what he does get for his soul trait. He got 10% recharge. Oh. So he got the recharge, that's what you love to see. And then when it comes to the skills, he has a sprinter +1, 30% bruiser, so that went up by 10%, okay, 20% berserker, so he got the berserker, 40% devastation, that stayed the same, long reach, havoc, and frenzy +1. Alright, he got exactly what he needed. That's a very good resurrection. That is literally the best resurrection possible. That is amazing. He got the recharge and he got the berserker. Beautiful. That is what you want when it comes to resurrections for this type of character. So now this makes him significantly better in my opinion, because again, the only thing he was lacking, because the damage is, the 20% berserker is nice, don't get me wrong, but when you max transcend characters, damage doesn't already, like, you can already one shot with this character max transcendence even without the added berserker. But the one thing you could never get is the recharge, and now he can get that 10% recharge from the soul trait. He's now a better character and now a very good link for our mind attribute. So very good resurrection overall. And now let's save the best for last, Soi Fon. Please give her havoc. If she doesn't get havoc, I'm corner shafted, because yes, she can pick up berserker here and she might pick up berserker. If she does, that's cool. It's great. She hits harder. But I think, personally, to me, she needs havoc, and that will be hype. If she gets berserker, it's still a good resurrection, but that's what you expect. I want him to go above and beyond for Soi Fon. So let's talk about Soi Fon, right? So Soi Fon is a 14% recharge soul trait. What you would want her to pick up here is a 16% strong attack damage. If she picks it up, that is great. That's what I'm kind of hoping here, right? Get the 60% strong attack damage from the soul trait, get the havoc in the skills, because what they could do here is give her 60% strong attack damage in the soul trait, and then give her an extra 20% berserker, so therefore she gets a 36% berserk, which is good, because again, she's an old character, she needs that extra bit of damage. But like I said with Shinji, Transcendence fixes the damage problem. You can't give this character havoc any other way, so I'm really hoping here she picks up havoc. As for other skills though, she has bruiser +20%, that could go up 10%, debilitator +2, devastation 40, frenzy +1, long stride, and sprinter +1. So it's now or never, boys. She can only pick up one skill. It's berserker or havoc. What does she pick up here? Nothing. Okay. I'm nervous about this one. I'm actually very nervous, because I actually use her personally, and I'm kind of hoping she picks up havoc here. So for the soul trait, she got 16% strong attack damage. Okay. There's some potential here. So she's actually a very good link, by the way. There's one of the better links in the game for the technique attribute. Is it? It's now or never, lads. Is it berserker? Is it havoc? Oh, no, it's berserker. Oh, not so... No, not Soi Fon, bro. Ah, that sucks. So sprinter +1, long stride 1, bruiser +30%, berserker +20, devastation 40, frenzy +1, and debilitator 2. That sucks. That really does suck. Again, it's not bad. She's now a way better character, especially if you already have max transcended. I know people in my guild, myself included, will actually use her for IT, for example, in ultra difficulty. So that extra 36% damage that she does have on her strong attack damage is nice. It will make a difference. But I would have loved to see her pick up havoc here, I'm not gonna lie. So that's basically all the news that we did get for this resurrection batch. Pretty good overall. Not amazing, but pretty good overall. So let me know what you think about these 3 new resurrections in the comments below. How do you feel about them? Again, let's just quickly rate them. Shinji definitely got the best case here, because he already had havoc. The only thing he really could get added was berserker, and he got both of that, so that's actually very good. Soi Fon is the second best. She also picked up 30% berserker, which is great, but again, personally, I would have loved to see havoc. And then Ryuken is now just a link. He was always destined to be a link. He's basically staying that. But at the very least, though, if you don't even care about any of these 3 characters and you have all 3 of them, because even, maybe even if Soi Fon picked up her, like, I might have still not used her, but I don't know, maybe I would have, I don't know. But at the very least, all three of them are actually very useful links that I can see myself using, so I'm actually very happy to not only get the orbs from those three characters, but to also get 3 very useful links. So, like I said, let me know what you think about these 3 resurrections to comment below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.